home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Kickoff team out there, we're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. They stop it at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. So the Virginia Tech Hokies will get their first crack on offense today. Down to the final 8 now. Quarterfinal matchups at neutral locations, Kirk. And that means one team, which won a conference championship, is rested. The other team is coming off an emotional win just a week ago.
And Chris, the prevailing thought would be, boy, the team that gets a chance to rest would be in a better position. But as we saw in 2024, the teams that got that rest, they lost their rhythm. And I think the teams that had a chance to play, they continue to stay in their routine, and it really benefited them. Let's see how it plays out today.
They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line. Now it's second down here. Looking to throw. It's Jackson. Running back grabs it on the screen. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Hokies hustle to the line to run the hurry up. And they pick up the first on the ground. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Chris, if you look at where this drive started, it's a nice first down to be able to give them just a little bit more breathing room here and be able to really get down to how they want to attack this defense here early in the game.
On first down, it's play action. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And he's brought down, but hold on, there's a flag on the play. See if the offense can overcome that holding penalty. The penalty backs them up, 1st and very long. They keep him off balance with a run. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Solid run, moves the ball out across the 20 to the 21.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Breaks loose at the 40. They make the stop, but not before he gains the first down. The screen play works. The Hokies pick up enough for a first down.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
Now they test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and the run fits on that play.
Looking to throw. It's Jackson. Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Here comes the 8th play of the opening drive, but now it's 3rd down. Drop him back. We're going to throw for the first down. Dumps it down to the back. Caught.
Sometimes you find that open receiver who's short of the sticks, and you hope the run after the catch will be able to give you the first down. The defense does a good job of keeping him short of the sticks. Let's see what they do here.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. 4th down, look at a throw for it. He's got it, enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going. The Hokies have 1st and 10 here.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy's off to a great start in this big playoff game.
They tackle him at the 3, but that's a great gain in the pitch and catch.
I would argue he's one of the more talented quarterbacks that we've seen the entire year covering college football. He can throw the deep ball. He can throw that touch pass and that intermediate throw.
Touchdown, Hokies, as they claim the lead in this playoff game. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. The Hurricanes offense out there for their first possession. Let's check the impact players in this game. Guys who have been leaders, guys who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on, as you said, to be able to make the plays. And more importantly, when it gets into that point in the game where you need to be able to have some leadership, these are the men that are going to have to step up and be able to provide that for each team.
Throws it to the right. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. And looking to throw now on first down. Fires it on the move. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Brought down quickly, but a big gain through the air. Ball moves to the 45. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. Looking to throw it on first down. He's looking deep here. Hauls it in outside the 10 and still running. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. A much-needed counterpunch delivered.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. Looking downfield, it's Jackson. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Important second down play coming up. Here comes a handoff. He's got the first and still going. To get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
How about this run here by this Virginia Tech running back to be able to pick up this first down? And, man, they've had a lot of speed over the years in that backfield at Lane Stadium. Kevin Jones and David Wilson and Lee Suggs. Now we're seeing this young man today being able to run the football very similar fashion.
Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. He hands it off from the gun. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. Well, early on, it's a fun battle on the road to the national championship, deadlocked at the end of one. Let's check out the early stats so far. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. They're going to throw for it on third and short. Short pass finds the tight end. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year.
He's in the clear. They stop him after a big gain. Move the ball to the 26. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness.
On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Just a great job here by this linebacker to be able to come up with that sack there on the blitz. Big play for this defense. And, man, Chris, you think about the linebacker play at the University of Miami over the years, it starts with Ray Lewis, and it could end with it, to be honest. But the list just keeps going. Michael Barrow, Jonathan Vilma, and Dan Morgan. It can go on and on and on, and this guy right now is trying to live up to that standard.
8th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Dropping back, it's Jackson. quarterback delivers complete to the right side. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
He's got it, and that is enough for a 1st down. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he's got it! Touchdown, Virginia Tech! So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
And the wideout goes in motion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Looking deep to the right side. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's 3rd down.
Big shot downfield here early in the game. Couldn't quite connect, but even on an incompletion, these deep shots do a good job of keeping those safeties back and can open up other aspects of this offense.
Running play called on 3rd and short. And the Canes are going to keep this drive rolling.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 2nd down after that short completion. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. A deep shot to the right. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Add 6 more points to the total. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. Now begin with a quick throw to the left. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. Dropping back, it's Jackson. He escapes the pocket. Using his legs here. The senior calls his own number, picks up the 1st down. And the Hokies looking to use the up-tempo offense here.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the 1st down marker is, picking up the 1st down.
They make the tackle, but that screen pass call worked out. They gained the 1st down yardage. The Hokies lining up here on 1st and 10. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. The offense going with the hurry up.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid gain, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Keep it on the ground. There's a handoff. The Hokies pick up enough yardage for a 1st down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Boy, the options dried up quickly for the quarterback here. Very, very fortunate he was somehow able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And he finds his tight end for the catch. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now. Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Third and short here in this playoff. It's the 9th play of the drive coming up. Looking to pass. It's Jackson. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Well, it's decision time now, Chris. 4th and short coming up, and you know they're thinking about going for this one. Likely looking at that play sheet and finding the go-to play that'll help them pick up this first down and keep this drive alive. They're thinking 6 points.
Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Here comes a first down pass attempt. From the 12-yard line, it's 2nd and long now. And he'll set up to throw. Defense is coming after him. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. And the defense will spend their 2nd timeout here to make some adjustments.
How about this by the quarterback? He takes a negative play and turns it into positive yards and slides down before taking a big shot. It's an excellent job of getting down to avoid that big hit.
He'll hand it off. Oh, the spin move. Breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch him? The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Canes. He would not be denied. They couldn't get him to the ground.
Well, this is what this running back brings to the table for this offense. He's always one touch away from a huge play. And here he gets the ball, gets some space, and from there, no one's going to catch him on his way to the end zone.
Returner choosing to field this one. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So they start the drive here, looking to make something happen in the final seconds before halftime. Handoff in a single back formation. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line. A timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Looks like one more play here before halftime. Dropping back, it's Jackson. A deep shot right down the middle. They can't come up with it there, and that's going to do it. Time runs out in the first half. The Hokies will kick this deep to begin the second half. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. An effective running game is why they were on top. Let's see if the defense can find a way to stop that. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the pass is picked off. Touchdown, Hokies. A defensive score in this playoff game. Wow.
Not only are they able to come up with some points of their own, now the defense on the other side comes up with a turnover and a touchdown to tie the game, and they're an extra point away from taking the lead.
So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Miami offense is back on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick-6 in the last possession. Receiver in motion now. Play action here on first down. Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
First down. They're going to throw the football. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
They look to throw it here on second down. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Caught! He's wide open. Look out! Breaks into the clear. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. First and goal from the 9.
I don't blame the quarterback here. You get to third down with the catch radius that this tight end has, give it to him every single time. Now it's first and goal.
They'll try to run it in on first and goal. And brought down at the line by that big defensive tackle. Ball back at the 10-yard line now for second and goal. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. He keeps it on the design run. Oh, he fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks. That play sets up a third and goal from the 5 now. Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Boy, how about this defense? What a job there on third down. Backed up close to their own goal line, come up with a huge sack on third down, and force the field goal.
The field goal is good. And they've reclaimed the lead with that.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. They make the tackle, but there is a flag on the field. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The offense is backed up here, beginning in the shadow of their own end zone. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
They're going to run it here. They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line.
But I feel like they call that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Interesting play call here. Third and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position.
Chris, how about that by this running back? Got behind his pads and that big offensive line, able to pick up that first down. He just kept pushing through that line until he got to the mark.
Looking to pass. It's Jackson. Short throw complete to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Second down play coming up. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Second down, we're going to throw it. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Deep shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown. So after the incompletion, it's second down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. As the first down is still going. Powering through the defender. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. A tough run all the way to the end zone. What determination.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
Virginia Tech, 28. Miami, 24.
Well, they thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They moved it last time, but settled for a chip shot, looking to find the end zone this time. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking right, this one caught. You bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Well, this is why you get the ball out there to your playmakers, not just catching the pass, but also being prepared to do something with the football once you have it in your hands, and he shows he's got that ability here.
Oh, and he couldn't quite hold on. The big guy had a chance for a first down interception, but it falls incomplete. Here's the second down play. Handoff here from the shotgun. He's brought down out at the 46.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Tackle made after a short return, but the pick ends that threat. And the drive will begin backed up at their own 10-yard line. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Hat on the hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Quarterback keeps the football. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
That's exactly how you want to defend the option. You know, old school way is assignment football. You have to account for the quarterback, the pitch man. Here, the quarterback had really nothing other than just kind of lower his head and get as much as he could. Fortunately for the defense.
Looking deep down the left side. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down. The Hokies would to convert here on 4th down.
Well, anytime you defend this kind of offense, you need defensive backs who are really comfortable in defending the ball being thrown downfield. It's not just the short to intermediate throws, it's the deep shots that they're willing to take. I love how he showed patience here before he knocked. way.
So the choice to go for it doesn't pan out this time.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
So Virginia Tech, Kirk, is on top at the moment. As we reach the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. All right, here comes the fourth quarter. Everything to play for here. Who is going to stay alive, survive, and advance in the college football playoff? Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Screen to the receiver in the flat. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Interesting decision to go with a screen pass here in the fourth quarter, trailing. I think the defense is aware that you're going to be back there throwing the football, and they were locked in and anticipating that screen and kept it to a short gain.
Launching one to the end zone. Almost had it in the end zone for a huge pick. Instead, the offense has one chance on fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. And that one's straight down the middle.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
28, Miami, 27.
Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Hokies offense is back out on the field. To throw, it's Jackson. Makes the grab. It's Gray. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And it works. The first down to the 35.
That's going to be a first down. And really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the fourth quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
Running out of time in the pocket. Caught by the receiver. He's brought down after a short gain. That's not going to be first down yardage. He'll hand it off. We'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, this defense understands the magnitude of this drive right here. That's back-to-back plays. They've stepped up and done a great job. Now it's third down. Can they apply some more pressure to try to get this offense off the field?
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
What a hit there on third down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big fourth down play.
Leading here late in the game, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to keep possession and stretch the lead. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Tackled across midfield with a 48, good enough for a first down.
Oh, the defense blows an opportunity. You get them the fourth down, a chance to get the ball back to your offense, and instead it's a first down. And
taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Hokies.
Boy, an easy throw, an easy read, and an easy catch for the touchdown. I thought the receiver might have to call a fair catch. He was so open.
The extra point up and good. So the lead now is 8 here in the fourth quarter.
Virginia Tech, 35, Miami.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? First down, looking to throw the ball. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play, brings up second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Pressure is coming. Moves out of the pocket. Gets some space around the 30. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
The Canes line up on 1st and 10 now. Wants to throw it. Running back has it on a screen now. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Now the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive gain for the offense.
Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays. But the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
It's a short completion of a big tight end. Good enough for 1st down yardage.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see
how the pass rush gets home.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
That sack sets up a 2nd down and long. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to stage a dramatic comeback and win the game late. The playoff game comes down to this. Tight game, final minutes, and the offense produced some magic. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Catch made on the right side. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now. The Hurricanes will come to the line here looking to convert on 4th down. Trying for a 4th down completion. Looking to the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Chris, how fitting that this offense finds a way to score a touchdown late in the game. They've been doing it all year long, and a big reason that they're here in the postseason. Now, you always practice the 2-point plays, right? Now, you better pick your best one and deliver to tie this game up.
Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary.
Yeah, I mean, here we are in the 4th quarter. It makes total sense to go for this 2-point play to tie this game up. Unable to execute and get it done, so now the pressure shifts to their own defense to come up with a stop to get the ball back.
Playoff game on the line here. Can the offense play keep away to secure the victory? Chewing clock with the running game. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They make the tackle, but that 1st down should secure their spot in the national championship game. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.